Hey everybody, listen to the Combo Wombo podcast. Whoa, Pablo cast, dude.
Ooh.
Should we do take two, bro?
No, keep it going.
Chipmunk.
One take.
Sup, Chipmunk? With me again is my light-skinned brother from another mother, the Mr. Gimpy. What's happening, bruv?
What the fuck?
Hey, man, you want one take? This is what you get.
One take. Oh shit! What's up, brother? I was gonna say
What's
you
happening?
stumbled a little bit, but you got there. You eventually got there.
Fumbled through, dude. There's too much pressure, dude.
Did it?
I didn't know you could start like that, bro.
You just had that. You just had Coach Prime in on you, dude. Like right away. He's just motivating you. You know.
Yeah, you're like, go. I was like, ah.
It's good, man. It's good. I've been good, man. It's one of those weeks where I did game enough gaming so we can talk about it this week on this podcast, right? But if you and I like spoke about it wouldn't be longer than 10 minutes, you know, because this week was really just a true to life work week. I was working on SQL shit for work. I was working on just doing like
grinding,
like making this dictionary,
getting that paper,
like
dude.
So I've just been
necessary.
literally working. So you know, and I had a family matter that popped up that
we haven't seen you. Everyone was like, it must be real quiet ever since Intoxicated Fable streamed on your day.
No,
you haven't been back since, dude. You got real quick.
You can definitely stream. That Monday, just fucking allergies hit me like a ton of bricks, dude. I couldn't breathe and shit. I tried streaming and I lasted about an hour. I was like, nah, I can't do this shit.
It's fair, man.
Then I had a relative that had a kind of a hospital scare. So I dealt with that for a bit. Had a really early start time at work just because of some bullshit that happened. So I couldn't stream that day. And there was like barely any gaming. But finally, Saturday night, sat down, turned on the Xbox, was just exhausted from the week, you know? Kids were around me
at this point.
And, you know, I will say that I have been watching, like, you know, it's Halloween time, and those of you who've tuned in for the past few years,
Halloween.
I watch at least one horror movie a day for 31 days.
But
I've still managed to do that, right?
They're coming out with new ones, dude. Did you see that they dropped that Haunted Mansion?
Yep, we watched that.
Okay, how was that, man?
It was decent.
It was Disney.
Decent. Yeah, it was better than
the first one with the Eddie Murphy
one. Yeah, it was better than that. Yeah. But as far as like a family-oriented like haunted house movie, especially if you've done the ride in Disney World, it was a good time. It was a good time. It had everything you wanted in it, like the man in the night suit, the headless guy. It was good. I enjoyed it.
Really, they're just making movies as advertisements for their theme park at this point, right?
They've always been doing it, dude.
It's just more blatant now.
Yeah, exactly. The whole Pirates of the Caribbean thing, they did it because they were going to shut down the ride, but then they made the movie with Johnny Depp and it did well, so then they rebranded the Pirates of the Caribbean ride.
Got like 5 of those
Johnny
movies
Depp's
or whatever.
Shit, yeah. So.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Are they redoing it now? Ever since Johnny Depp's fallen out of popular parlance,
he's back. He's back.
He's bigger than ever. So uncancelable.
Yeah, he's uncancelable. Yeah.
He's always been that guy, dude. Nobody's like surprised, right? Like he is Jack Sparrow, bro, in real life.
I mean, without getting into the whole trial or whatever, I
didn't watch none of it. It's not my business.
She apparently, like, this is just me.
I'll take whatever you say is truth, dude.
She lied a bunch. She shit in his bed. She stuff like that. It's just like, all right,
fair, bro.
You know, and apparently she had no fucking leg to stand on. But you know, it is what it is.
It feels like those type of lawsuits happen every day if you're rich.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I feel it's like a couple squabble more than anything else, right? And you do what you can to
amplified times 10 on TV now.
Right.
It's unfortunate.
Right. But yeah, man, I was just chilling, sitting down. I got on Xbox Game Pass, and I'm looking through the list. I'm looking through my personal list of what to play, and Tunic caught my eye. And my kids
dang! My kids. It's the game with the fox, right?
With the fox, yeah.
It was one of our game of the years at some point, right? It was one of our
game of the years, yeah. Because I played a little bit of it, but never got to get super in depth and finish it. So I was scrolling through with my kids, and I was.
You never finish it. How can you even have an opinion on it, bro? Think about that.
Is that good?
Yeah. It's a great game.
So
I haven't even played it. I know that just from what I've seen.
I started it up, right? And my kids
look at it. I'm like,
they enjoyed the cute fox. And I gotta say, dude, the more I played, the more like in depth I got. the more I appreciate it. Not only the level design, the way the game like teaches you without saying
Yeah,
a damn thing.
the
Like you
wordless
just
tutorial.
the intuitiveness of where to go is
Yeah.
so fucking spot on. The game, the love from a level design standpoint, it is of a fucking treasure, dude. It's
Does it almost
incredible.
make you want to like do? Because I've played games like this where like you're like, fuck, did they plan that? Because like it almost makes me want to go back like 2 maps and be like,
Yeah.
what if I tried to go the other way? Was there something else there that I'm just completely missing out on, or was
Yeah,
it a
yeah, I
dead
did that a
end, or
couple of
like
times, and then sometimes like
okay,
it was a dead end, right? Or I
yeah,
just can't
yeah,
go that way before. I'm like, why did I choose this way? And I'm like,
yeah,
it's just like some weird lighting. There's like a combat loop that just kind of led you there.
yeah,
There's just like something interesting in the corner that I wanted to check out more. I'm like, this is fucking like they really just dialed into how to
that
and then
breadcrumb trail with that,
it's
yeah,
isometric as well, so you see
yeah,
the whole screen. So it's like why am I still picking the correct way? It just
yeah,
worked out. But
it's
then you like
tricks,
grab a
dude.
key. It doesn't tell you anywhere where to go and where to use this key, but you saw a door like a ways back. So I'm like, okay, let me go back to where this door was, and that worked perfectly. That's the way to go. And how they do the map in the game, or like the guide, or like the start menu. You actually find it through gameplay.
Oh,
So you pick up
yeah,
like this first map and it's like, oh, how to play, but you've been playing it for like a good couple minutes before you even
yeah.
find this, and it just kind of solidifies how to play. It has its own like language and it also has English, and then you just
It
find more and more on
feels
how to play the game. It's incredible.
it feels like a level design magic trick when that happens because like I
Hmm.
said, like it always makes you think in the back of your head, it's like, is there like way more world that I'm missing out on? But it makes the world feel real and like realized,
Yes, yes,
and but it's not, like there's
yeah,
like still like a stage like with props and mirrors and like smoke,
yeah,
and
yeah,
you're like, but like when you're there, you're like just watching that stage play and you're like, man, this feels like a real place. This feels like a real, like I could go behind the curtain and there might be
yes,
more stuff back here,
yes,
but there's not. But
and
it's so
and
well done.
and what made it truly great too is my kids who are 4 and 6. They were kind of stopped what they were doing and looked up and watched me play it. Not only did the art style catch their eye, but the level design also caught their eye. And they didn't know what they were kind of experiencing, right? They're just like, oh, did you
Yeah,
go this way? And that's correct or whatever. And then I get to the point where it's kind of like a story beat in the game, but the game has no dialogue. And
yeah.
it's just mimed out or whatever, and you just interpret.
I
And
used to
when
call those I solved the puzzles when I was playing with
yeah,
the professor when he was younger.
yeah,
Because like you're playing the game and like the solution's kind of like obvious to us because we've
sure,
been playing games forever.
sure.
But like your younger sibling would be like, "Oh, try going here," and be like, "I solved the puzzle," and it's like, bro, it's the most obvious thing. But
Yeah,
like,
yeah. But they
I
get
give it
excited,
to
right?
him. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So we go to the story beat, and there's this part where it's not to spoil the game. It's pretty early in the game, but it's kind of like it looks like you're in like the spirit world, and you're just kind of ascending to just like the other plane, right? And you find this being that's trapped, and you're supposed to help them, right? And
ah,
my daughter is
is this
intuitive
a
enough
ripoff of
to
Naruto?
no, no,
Is it a
uh,
nine-tailed fox?
no, no. It's not a Nine-Tailed Fox.
All
No,
right.
no.
Is it a
So
giant
my
raccoon?
no,
All right, I'm
no.
just asking questions.
So my my daughter is intuitive enough and like has enough life experience to not only interpret this but to speak what she's seeing, right? So she's like, oh, it looks like your little fox is either dreaming or he died, and this is the spirit world or whatever. And then she's like, you're
Yeah,
probably dreaming, right? Because you're not dead. I didn't see you die. I was like, okay. And then I'm just letting her interpret. And then we get to the part where there's this being who's trapped in like this crystal like kind of prison, really.
yeah,
And they
like
want to
Final
get
Fantasy
out, and
Crystallis,
then
dude.
then the light goes away, and then my daughter goes, that's your mission, you got to save her. And there's this like these little beams of light that you activate there, and then she's like, you got to find that first beam, daddy. I'm like, yes, I do. Clearly the game didn't tell me that. It just the
Yeah,
mimed it. There's little parts, and then as I'm exploring the eastern side of the
save
map,
your friend.
I see one of those same beams that I activated in the thing, and I'm like, of course. And then the game does a fantastic job of just doing without saying, of where to
Yep.
go. So I have that sense of exploration, so that's a sense of accomplishment. The combat is Zelda-esque, like the top-down Zeldas, where, but kinetic enough where you have dodges and stuff where it feels good. Um, and I gotta say, I can't. I'm gonna play it after this. After we're done with the pod, That's what I'm
Dang.
planning on playing. My
gone
daughter
deep.
was like, "Don't play it without me." So we're just
That's
gonna
not your
hop
game.
on, and that's our activity for the day. So I got to say, shout out to the devs of Tunic. And as not only a gamer but a fellow game creator, I appreciate everything that has gone into that game that I've seen so far.
Yeah.
And I didn't even get to mention the soundtrack, which is kind of mostly like it's there, but like it's so serene, and it's
Yeah.
just like a calming thing. Like it does a lot.
A great
to get the mood
soundtrack,
out.
like you don't notice it unless
Yeah.
it's gone.
Yeah,
And then you're
yeah,
like, what
yeah.
happened? Like,
Exactly. So
it
so
should complement,
I can't
not
speak highly
overpower.
enough of Tunic, dude. It's on Game Pass. I highly recommend it to anyone who has even a passing interest in a top-down Zelda style game. Give it a shot.
This is it, man.
It's
It's the one
super
you've
fun,
been
man.
clamoring for.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
Put it out, add it to your wish list.
Yeah. So yeah,
Smoke
man.
'em if you got 'em.
There's been one other thing that I've been up to, man. Is I'm in the alpha test for Brazen Blaze, a new competitive melee-focused VR game that the YouTuber Thrillseeker is having a hand in developing.
Oh.
Actually, he's doing
That
he's
all
a
sounds
VR
made up like a
consultant.
fever dream.
Yeah, right. He's a VR consultant. He's actually been flying to Japan and stuff, and
Alright.
helping with development and how it feels. They had word that it's not compatible with Vive headsets, but I think that was a translation error because someone was like, "Hey, I have a Vive headset, but I have Index controllers." Well, it still works. Is it the controller that's the problem, or is it the actual headset? They're like, "Oh, it's the controller." So
Yeah, I mean,
luckily
there's a
have
lot of like
these Index
XR
knuckles, so
control issues. Like,
yeah.
I don't
So
know.
I'm gonna
There's
give the beta a try tonight. If it works, I'm gonna stream it. So
okay. It's
tonight,
kind of weird that they're having that issue because like they kind of all agreed on the standards a while back.
Well, 'cause I think the Vive wands are antiquated at this point because most things are, like
They've
yes,
evolved
they
past
agreed, but
it.
they were the first. They've evolved past it. Yeah.
Yeah, because they
I
use
think it's
like
gonna be harder and harder.
like those like wall mounts and stuff, whereas like everything else uses like camera front facing cameras
No,
or something
the
else
Index
or
still uses
Bluetooth.
the lighthouses.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like everything else is like kind of gone without the whole rig set up for the room. It's like all
Right.
contained in the headset.
Oh yeah, but that's not the issue. The issue is the physical controller itself.
Yeah.
There's a lack of buttons and stuff like
No,
that. But,
not enough buttons, man.
yeah. But
Steam,
you
what
know,
are you doing?
I'm gonna give that a try.
Fix it, Gabe.
The other thing is,
Do you think they could
I'm not
issue
sure
out
if
like some new controllers?
Vive? Oh, they already have.
Yeah.
They already have.
Okay.
They've already
Yeah,
moved
it's
past
the
it.
ones you got.
No.
Nice.
I mean, mine is the Valve Index controller.
Yeah.
That's Valve's. The Vive, I do not have the new Vive controller. But with the Vive Pro 2, they have new controllers that are more like the Quests
Oh.
than anything else. So it's
Even like the
we
Quest
have a
ones have been
standard.
switching up. They added like the Quest Pro with like cameras
Yep.
in front of them now, and
Quest did.
you can buy those for like $300 and pair them to like
Yes.
the old Quest, and like that's
Yep.
kind of cool. But they got the new Quest dropping, so
Yeah, the new
I don't know.
Quest
It's
dropped just a
evolving.
second
They
ago.
got the Apple VR. You got the PlayStation VR.
Yep.
Everyone just keeps on murmurs now. I feel like we also kind of predicted this. Maybe if it comes to fruition, is like Xbox dropping some kind of VR system.
So they're not dropping VR. That actually
Just support.
happened.
It's just all false.
Support-ish. So the Oculus store will have access to the Xbox Cloud.
It
So
used
you
to.
can play Xbox.
You sons of bitches. They took it off.
It's native.
Fucking
it's
Zuck.
native now. Wasn't it before
It was native
wasn't
before,
native.
dude. And then the original Quest shipped with an Xbox fucking controller, bro. They're like, yeah, this is the way it's meant to be played.
True.
And then they're like, we want more money and we want to like own everything in VR. So fuck that.
It seems to be.
And then
some
they
sort
pulled
of
it
weird
off
deal.
because like I have it right now on my old Quest headset, and I just like sideloaded that bitch.
Yeah,
it
I
worked
was gonna
fine.
say you had to sideload it. So
Yeah,
now
and with like a Bluetooth
know,
controller, like pairs
right.
up perfectly, and I was like sitting in bed playing my fucking Halo Infinites, and I was like, "This is
right." Yeah,
yeah."
for sure. But yeah,
And they're
so
like, "Oh,
that's-
everyone else can already just do this."
That's what's kind of happening with that. But it's interesting, Microsoft slowly putting their foot in the door in the VR space. But keep in mind, like.
Yeah.
We've had Windows mixed reality, so it's not that they don't disagree with VR. I think that they want others to, make things stable before they jump into it full bore.
I would like them to do like an Nreal style glass. Like I feel, having seen the marketplace, having played a lot of VR, I feel like it's too much. VR is too good. I feel like regular people aren't ready for it. They're not. It feels like a commitment, bro. Every time you jump into VR, you're like, all right, let me clear up. Let me wash my face. Make sure that my headset's clear. Let me fucking make sure I got space here,
Yep.
and then like let me jump in.
Yep.
I feel like most people,
Which I would
most
still like to play
sweaty
Demi with
gamers.
you tonight.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. Yeah. I got
Yeah.
tomorrow off too, man. I took
Hell
it
yeah.
off.
Okay. Cool.
I'm ready.
Side point.
We're ready for Demio, dude. We're ready for tabletop gaming
I
in
got
VR.
Sir Trike. I gifted him that game as well, so he'll be probably joining us too. So we got to have a little party. So that'd be cool.
Yeah, I could give to our boy Crab, see if he wants in on this.
Hell yeah, that'd be cool.
Because like I guess you can play with people on PC, maybe.
Nice.
I don't know. Maybe we're adding in like too many variables.
No,
to
that
it,
sounds
but
right.
Whatever.
Anyway, back to the point.
What was I saying? Yeah, VR, man, it's a thing. Yeah, Xbox. I like to see them just do like augmented glasses instead.
Okay.
I think putting people like giant TV screens in people's faces is the way to go.
Yeah, I'd see that.
Just something that pairs, because like we even saw with like PlayStation when they put that giant fucking tablet thing, everyone's like, gross, what is this? And it's like, why are you doing this?
Yeah. But that being said, for me, man, my October
just at that same price, bro. Get you some Unreals.
Yeah.
Plug them into your PlayStation.
My I am playing through the VR Exorcist game. That's my big VR game for the month. The Resident Evil 4 DLC, Separate Ways, where you play Ada Wong. That's one, and then the Exorcist VR game is what I'd like to play through. That's the plan. I'm not sure if I can stream the Exorcist game, but if I can, that'd be cool. If anyone's interested, especially with the new movie being out. The game came out like probably.
Is there a new Exorcist like every fucking year, bro?
No.
Feels like it, dude.
There's a new Exorcism movie, but not in the Exorcist like actual
universe.
Not the William Peter Blatty universe.
Inspired by?
No, I think just Exorcist came out in 1972, and it was such a big release and such a banger that and I might have the date wrong, but
just be confident, bro.
Every other Exorcism movie goes to copy it. And no matter what, even if you have a completely different movie, if it has an exorcism in it, it's gonna reference that movie because that movie's
has
standard.
to.
It's the gold bear. You got to.
It's kind of like was it Scream with slashers now or Friday or
yeah.
Freddy
Well, initially it was Halloween with slashers, but yeah, you're right. Scream became like the yep, exactly.
Yeah, when Scream came out, it felt like slashers were so passe, like they'd been done to death, and then they like brought new breath of life into the genre of slashers and set like a new standard. Kind of like Exorcist as well, where it's like, nobody ever saw nothing like that, dude. That fucking changed.
Exactly.
That ruined people's lives. People were throwing up in movie theaters, dude. People are protesting.
Yep. 1973 is when it came out. I was close. It was a year off.
You should just stay confident. Like when I always say, like, Enter the Dragon in 1979, dude.
No, not at all. It's 1960.
I'm pretty sure it's wrong, but I'm just gonna keep on saying that with confidence.
Yeah. Okay. Enter the Dragon was 66.
Don't know. I'm just gonna keep my dream, dude, and keep on chugging along. Like that's my truth.
Enter the Dragon, 1973.
66, what?
1973.
1973.
Yeah, but what have you been up to lately, Chip? We've kind of got off focus.
The Exorcist will do that to you, bro.
That's true.
Man, I've been playing some.
When you muted your mic to cough, that was smooth. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, dude, that's clean, dude. I got a little mute button here. So the boys in Discord have been like, "Have you ever done that? Have you ever accidentally muted yourself and not realized?" It's like, yeah, because I have a mute button on my mic, and then sometimes I'll do Discord as well. So I'll hit the button thinking I'm unmuted, and I'll just be talking. I had a whole conversation the other day with our boy Intoxicated Fable.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Is nobody here? I'm leaving." And I was like, "Bro, I've been talking to you for like half an hour." You were just ignoring me. He's like, "I thought you were ignoring me."
That's
like he'd say something and I'd be like talking back to him, and then like I would say something and like he would like, I just kind of expect like his kind of non sequiturs at this point in my life. But yeah, man. So smooth operation of the mic, coughing, give a good pregnant pause to the podcast for a breath.
You did it.
Yeah, man, I've been playing a lot of the new Counter-Strike CS2.
Hell yeah. Shout out.
It's Counter-Strike, dude. Still sweaty. I got placed rank a little bit higher than everybody else, so now I tell everybody on our squad that I'm like the best player in our team, so they have to listen to me. I'm like, I'm obviously the best guy, so and then they're like,
I'm calling shenanigans on that, but go on.
Yeah, dude, it is what it. They're like, we boosted you, bro. We boosted you. I'm like, why is your elo lower than mine, boys? It's pretty clear as day, right? I'm just being a fucking asshole at this point, like a troll.
Sure.
But I love it, dude. I'm lapping it up. I'm like, listen, guys. as a higher elo player, you should probably listen to my call outs like at this point in the game. So yeah, it's been fun. I've opened up Aim Trainer now. I've been doing aim training because I haven't played FPSs in a minute.
Yeah.
And my aim's dog water. And like, yeah, after like, this is like day 3 now. And like, even the aim trainer.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I'm doing like a 30-day program that they have on there for Counter-Strike.
I have, before you continue, I have a theory about that, why I dislike something like Aim Trainer, because I think that to get better at aim at a game, you play the game. You know, like personally for me, I do like either the aimbots map or just deathmatch with like your own personal goals. But how's it been working for you?
So all those maps are currently unavailable. Like the workshop's not working for Counter-Strike. Because that was like my first go-to, because I was like, oh, I'll use like YPRAC or some of these other recoil maps. They're infamous. They're like, yeah, just get good, use these.
Yep.
So it's made a huge difference, dude, like already. And then like in the new Counter-Strike, they have like a thing where the cursor will follow the recoil.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. And I just put that on and everyone else hates it. But for me, where I'm like, where the fuck are my bullets going, dude? This is crazy. That's been a godsend, dude. Like
it's a game sense thing. But yeah, I was gonna suggest that before you even said it. Go on. Yeah. That's great.
Yeah. So I turned that on and I've been like tuning up. I've been snatching people's souls in Counter-Strike now. Nice. And like it shows, like I'm no longer like at the bottom of our friends in the match. And even like when I'm like at the bottom, they're like, how do you have more damage than like the next 2 people? I'm like, yeah, dude, because I'm putting out utility, I'm putting down support fire. It's important stuff, dude. Like it doesn't show up statistically on there, but elo wise, that's why I'm higher than you guys. Like, you know, they know
ranks just so I don't have to hear your bullshit.
Nah, brother, we won't be able to play together, bro. Come on, don't be like that, bro.
You're right, I'll be too high.
Oh, what? That was what I was implying, dude.
Gotcha. That's awesome though, man. I'm actually really stoked that you're enjoying Counter-Strike too.
Yeah.
My hope with kind of everyone getting into that game would be that it's another game that the majority of the squad will play, and we can have just like a big group.
I think we get too toxic, man, playing it. Just Butters and Dancel, dude, they just go out. They're always on some kind of extra activity substance, dude, and it messes them up where they don't know where they are, dude.
Put their business out there like that.
Yeah, bro. So we'll just be playing it, like after you die, you'll go to their camera and it's like, why is this guy just staring at the corner, dude? Like it's just nuts, dude. He's just in the corner, crouched down. Like, where is this in the map? I've never seen this part of the map before, dude. They just got like drunk and wandered off like in the map.
That happens in life, man.
Yeah, it's fair.
Anything else you've been up to besides CS, man?
Yeah, man, I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty Warzone.
Have you been playing with the squad, or you just been jumping in on your own?
Just me and Falk, me and my boy Falk, my new BFF.
Yeah. Shout Falk, yeah. Your new BFF.
Yeah, dude. We've been playing some Warzone. It's been fun, man. I enjoy it. They got Nicki Minaj now. I don't like the UI elements of that game. It's too busy. Like even like in the game, like too much stuff's just popping up constantly. It's horrible.
You guys get any wins?
Yeah, we got a couple, but you know, we only played like a few games too,
Sure.
And they have like a duos mode, which is what we're playing. We tried like a battlegrounds and we got our asses whooped. I will say that the aim labs has put me just a crack shot, especially like an arcadey shooter like that. Like I'm melting kids now, and like I'll like kill like 3 people, and I'll turn around, Falk's dead. I'm like, Falk, where are you at? He's like, dude, I'm dead. I'm like, damn, you ate all those bullets for me. Thank you.
There's speaking of like aim and stuff, and I still hold this belief is my biggest belief is the best aimers in gaming are not people who play Counter-Strike. They're not people who play Valorant or any of those.
Quake 3 Arena, bro.
Quake 3 Arena are the best. Yes, 100%. Those
are
the best
of
aimers. Not only do you have projectile weapons, you have to lead your target. But you also have hit scan weapons like the railgun and the machine gun where you have to beat.
Just play railgun, dude.
And lightning gun where you have to track your target.
And you're moving.
And you're moving
greasy
900
quick.
miles an hour.
Yeah.
With different fucking turning on a dime and shit like that. So for me, and what
I think that messed up all the boys. Like when they saw like I'm a wrist player and like my sensitivity was like through the roof. They're like, "How do you play like this, dude?"
Yeah, it's like Unreal. Yeah.
But
Also,
now I'm like,
my sense is pretty ridiculous as well. And I think I've always been. I'm not all wrist. It's like forearm, but some people use their whole fucking arm. Like I watch
Yeah,
Fable play, and I know it's like the new standard, right? Where
he's
you have
really
like your
good.
whole desk and you're just
I was,
fucking just using the whole thing. I was like, dude, I'm not trying to fucking jerk
I've
off, dude.
seen
I'm just trying
him,
to. You know what I mean?
but
I'm
like
just
when
trying to play
he's
a game.
like, I've seen
Yeah.
him clutch so many
Yeah.
times in like Counter Strike, dude. Like it works for him, dude. Like he's out there snatching fucking souls with that fucking
What
whole
works for you
arm.
works
Like
for you, but
it feels like he's literally grabbing out with his fucking arm
Mhm.
because he has to move so much to like
Yeah.
grab him and like choke him down, dude. Like
The thing is consistency, right? It's whatever you're
yeah,
most
whatever you're doing.
consistent at, and you know, I found my consistency clearly, but I'm molded by Quake. I'm molded by Unreal Tournament. You know, that is my DPI is at 1600. I will never change it. My in-game sense, I can't remember. I think it's like at 2.5 or something, so it's not ridiculous, but you know,
It's an old timer who hasn't played a lot of FPSs in a while. It's him like at like 50% of what I used to be.
For aim or just for confidence?
For shooting and aiming, dude. Like it just because it's a skill set, man. Like yeah, use it or lose it.
Yeah.
And I haven't used it in so long, so I don't know. It's been nice to just have like dedicated practice on just mouse movement, cursor placement. Like I've mostly been on tummy time playing like fucking card games.
Sure.
I've been just slacking, dude. I've been in VR, where I feel like my aim in VR is way better than my aim with a mouse now at this point.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome.
And I wonder if that like transfers over. Like if I get like a real handgun and I'm in the shooting range.
You're just fucking John Wick.
Yeah, dude, I'm hoping. Like in my heart of hearts, yeah, bro. Like, oh, let me see. What is this? A Glock? Let me cock. You know?
Yeah.
So
awesome,
Warzone, bro. We're
shit.
talking about Tunic, bro, about the level design, about new appreciation. Those Warzone levels, immaculate, dude. Like I know I played like early beta and like it felt like clunky. It felt like they didn't know what the fuck they're doing. The new level designs, whatever teams they have working on, they have billions of dollars and it shows in this game, dude. Like everything looks really good. Like on my nice 3090 tuned up, everything looks just good. And like the maps, like it's such a unique design challenge because like people parachute back in when they die, so you have to be able to access things from the roof, from like the middle of a building, from the ground floor, and then you have to have like vantage points and disadvantage points from each of those levels. And then you have to consider like what weapons people are using because they have like such an array of weapons that you can get RNG wise.
Yep.
And it feels good and it looks good. And like I feel like you don't really appreciate it like on the first pass. Like you don't kind of like Tunic where it's like the invisible hand guiding you and you're wondering is there more stuff there? It's like you don't really realize how well these maps are designed unless like you like are looking at it from like a level design perspective where you're like, holy shit, this is really good fucking design. Like this is like really good. Like they've really nailed it home. Like I wouldn't be surprised if they have some sort of algorithm that like builds like a wall to like be like, oh, you have to have like these many peaks, this many like looks, and it just like shows like those type of walls so they can like slot in like building blocks like on flat walls where like we understand like the rooms and then we're just gonna like start building up stuff based on like our best levels performance because they have all that data, big data.
I'm sure.
So this is where like all them stealing all of your data is finally maybe paying off. You get like a less shitty Call of Duty.
Right. So I think that you're right. I think that Call of Duty, people will write it off as you know, as oh, it's just popular, it's just a generic shooter, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Right. And I think I think that's also a fair comparison. Call of Duty has become vanilla, but vanilla exists because there was nothing else before. But vanilla, right? Vanilla was the sweet flavor that you would go to. It was fucking great, incredible. Call of Duty has become vanilla, and that's not to say it's a bad thing. I think that what Call of Duty does, whether you like it or not, you have to admit that everything it does solidly.
Yeah, when it works. Sometimes they give you a broken ass game. Sure. Sometimes they destroy like your favorite game type, like zombies. Sometimes they destroy like your favorite like Battlefield. Yeah, dude. Like they'll have a miss, and like I don't know, not to be like too pedantic about it, but it's not like they take away like your old COD for now. So you can like always play like your favorite until they're decide not to anymore and they can cancel it at any time, which they probably will do. They're like, our numbers aren't doing well, cancel the old servers, destroy them.
Right.
Flip the switch.
True. But until
Did you
then,
bring out a Kuna, dude?
this is Shadow Dagger from CS.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Just spinning it.
So you heard about Call of Duty, you're like, oh, I heard somebody say Call of Duty. You started
It's like I just fucking
flipping
start
around here.
stabbing. No. I
Yeah.
actually 3D printed these bad boys, and I know everyone listening on audio
Should
can't
just
see
said they
it,
were
but-
real, dude. They look pretty real on camera.
Thank you. I was actually going to sharpen them too. So I
Yeah,
3D
don't sharpen them,
printed
bro.
those for
Got-
our boy Intoxicated Fable, just as
Dang. So he has something.
Yeah. Because he's been playing so long, and he's always had knives. I was going to print him with butterfly knife, but he's been using the Shadow Daggers mostly, so little
Nice.
gift for him, so
Spoilers, dude.
spoilers.
These look dope.
Yeah, thank
But
you.
yeah, man, the level design's immaculate, dude. Like, it's inspired me. I want to go into like Half-Life Alyx because I've been thinking about like maybe doing some sort of VR like FPS style game for a while now.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
because I've been in Trench Broom and I'm like, man, I want to like make some maps. But then I was like looking, I was like, I don't really want to use Unity. I don't really feel like learning Godot. I kind of am feeling Unreal. I wouldn't mind
Sure.
like being in Unreal,
Sure.
chilling there for a minute, like just because they do FPSs, they know stuff. I
Yep.
don't really like
They
their
used to.
motion blur and stuff.
Yeah, it's shit.
It's kind of weird. They have had like, the same fucking motion blur for like the last 20 years, bro. Like, what the fuck is going on with your engine? Fix that, dude.
Their motion blur has been just Vaseline. Honestly, it's
Yeah, dude. It's
Yeah.
it is what it is. So I don't know. I'm like between like Unreal, but I'm also like looking at the workshop like for Half-Life Alyx. I'm like, it would be fun because then I don't have to do so much programming and stuff. And I've never been a big programmer. I've been learning. I feel
Yeah.
like I'm a low level competency. I could cobble stuff together. I think if you gave me some scripts or something,
Sure.
I could like come up with some of my own scripts now. But it wouldn't. That's not the fun part for me. The fun part for me is like level design, like being in there, like tuning up stuff. Yeah, man. Some VR shenanigans will be afoot, I feel.
Nice. Look forward to that if you get to that point. I
Yeah.
will say this month I would absolutely love if we got you
Let's block out
to
October, bro.
try out. Not well.
Level design blocking out.
But,
October, dude. If you're into arts, get your pens out. Start
I was
doing
gonna
an
say,
ink a day.
because you're not a horror fan. I would love
Yeah.
for you to play either like the first chapter of Resident Evil 2 in VR. And I'd
Okay.
love to get your experience for it.
Bro, I was getting jump scared in Counter-Strike, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah.
And I want you to, after we're done, right? I want you to analyze it as a designer. Tell me what worked, tell me what didn't, and tell me what you
Yeah.
would change. I'd just be interested in that. Because
I will say this is already kind of unfair going in because those levels aren't designed for VR in mind.
Okay, but I think it's just for an immersion factor. It'd be
Yeah, I'm gonna like take away a lot of the stuff that like Half-Life Alyx does well, which is like the immersive field where you can interact with everything.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that goes. There's
does
something
go
that
along
happens. Yeah, there's something that happens when you put on a VR headset where, it removes like a barrier to entry and your expectations go up like tenfold. Where like you feel almost bamboozled. Like if you go to like pick up like a cup and you can't pick it up.
yeah.
Even if it's a prop or like there's like a bottle there, like that's one of the things that Half-Life Alyx does well is like you can like pick up like any bottle or any piece of trash you see almost and throw it or mess with it, and it interacts with the environment. Like you can use it to make noise and like things will go chase after it.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Very true.
like so I'm gonna already like not dock any points for like immersiveness or interactivity.
Clearly. I just
Just
find
like
it be-
purely like level
yeah,
aesthetics, design, like being in that environment.
encounters, things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, pacing,
Yep.
these type of things.
Yep. I just
Clearly defining objectives and being able to figure out where the hamburger is.
But my point of view doing it in VR is just to just have the immersion factor for it and to amplify
Yeah.
any spooks that happen. Any
I'll
scares.
memorize those places for the rest of my life, dude. It'll be like an intrinsic memory after that. I play it in VR, dude.
Exactly. But
That'd be
man.
fun, dude. I think I'll try it out. Dude.
Yeah,
I think I have that game.
Yeah,
If I don't, I'll pick it up.
Give it a try. But man, I think that's our time here.
Yeah, try something new. Be a little
so to
scared.
end
This
it,
is October.
I was gonna say,
Stop being so comfortable. Life's scary.
That's a good take. But I was gonna say,
Ooh.
if you take anything away from this podcast, it's to look at games you've looked at in the past give it another try, look at it with a different eye, and you may be surprised by what you see. You know, like I gave Tunic another try, and I already thought it was a good game, but when I actually sat down, played it, and looked at it, and just kind of had a different experience with like my kids, it gave me more appreciation for the game. You're playing there's something as you know fucking bread and butter as Call of Duty, and you're finding that it's very well designed, you know,
Yeah.
and I think it's incredible. So I think if you're bored with whatever game you're playing, you're like, I need something new, play that same game, just play it with a different mindset, and I think you'll get a lot from it.
Yeah. And I will say that there's a lot of Call of Duty, so like there's parts probably of those maps that are also shit, you know. So it's, hey man, that's fair, right? Like, so you can like look at like what makes that bad though versus like what are the best feeling parts of the maps too. So it's like good to have like even Tunic. I'm sure there's like parts where you're like, ooh, this one kind of missed, but like it only stands out because everything else is so well done. And like these, you know, games are done by massive teams, so it's like maybe this is like the A team, and they put like
Tunic's not, but yeah,
yeah.
but you know, like
put
for sure, yeah.
They put the interns over here to like see how they would do like on some stuff.
Definitely.
You know, that's kind of how I felt about like the new Cyberpunk DLC, where it's like the intro part definitely feels more done by entry level people because it's like a hallway and then into another hallway and then into another hallway, and then you finally get into like the first open part of like a mall, like an old, I think it's a museum, but it might be a mall, dude. It's very hard to tell with Cyberpunk. I think there's nothing more Cyberpunk than a mall museum. But so you get into like that first open thing, but it also, it's just a square, and then it has no verticality, even though there's verticality in it, but you're like limited, like because they take away your powers because they know that they didn't design it that well. So it's like all of your double jump, your space jump, your dash jump, all blocked off in that area because they're just like, well, we didn't really design around all the abilities you have. And then like you go back to the earlier levels that had like probably more senior teams, like every encounter, there's like several entry points in the style of Deus Ex Machina, Mankind, where it's like you can hack into it, you can like sneak into it, you can go in through like the roof, you can come in through like the front door if you want to just be like a brawler. So yeah, like, and then like going into this new stuff where it's like hallway, square room. You're like, damn, dude, really? Another square room, L corner, square room. You're like, what the fuck, boys? This is it? Like you can, with all my, like, if I'm a hacker, I'm like, there's nothing really for me to hack here except other encounter enemies. But you are like, whatever, because you realize like it's leading you into like the story mode. So like you're more forgiving of it. But like just from like a level design perspective going in, you're like, damn, you guys really, looks like you just dragged and dropped some of the fucking assets you guys had and fucking really phoned it in here. Like this is day one shit.
Gotcha. Damn. Shots fired at CD Projekt Red, but
yeah, dude, I think they've been taking enough hits, dude. Like,
nah, I think that
just for like, but like just going there from that level design perspective, dude. Like going from like the early game to that, and you're like, ooh.
Sure. I can see that. I think that they figured out what they wanted Cyberpunk to be really late in the cycle. You know, I think that, and that shows. And obviously it was rushed and they had to go back and fix it. But I think what they have now is what they wanted Cyberpunk to be on launch. So I
think they still kind of messed it up, like with the tuning. Like everything still feels too bullet spongy, especially endgame. You
also started an endgame character on like the new playthrough.
Yeah,
so I think your stuff skewed.
Yeah,
I think your opinion's skewed personally. But
that's I have all like the legendary
because they allowed you to do it. So
yeah, this is your fault. You should have.
But if they didn't allow you to do it, would you be upset that you have to start a new character just to play the DLC?
No.
I think that you are in the minority there. I think most people would be like, what the fuck? You know? So
I would probably not get the DLC though if you had to do that.
Okay. See?
Right.
I mean, yeah, it's a double-edged sword, right? It's
right, yeah. Because I'm like, I already played through, I got the ending that I enjoyed. I played, then I like replayed it, got the other like 4 or 5 endings I enjoyed. I went through and romanced like 2 or 3 of the partners I was interested in just to see like those storylines unfold. It was fun. It's a good game. It's a great game.
Okay.
It has its bugs, its hiccups. You need to be using some NASA level computer to really appreciate and immerse yourself in it. But you know, I feel like I was watching other people talk about like all the new Unreal games are finally dropping, like the Unreal 5 games with like Nanite and Lumen technology. And like people are playing like 3080s and like the new 4090s and they're getting like 50, 60 frames, dude. And people are like, who's this for? What are you guys thinking? Who made this shit?
Yeah.
I'm only getting, and like you have the option in there for like the high ultra, shit.
Yeah,
and
they have
it's
the ultra mode. Yeah.
and it's just running like a turd, dude. This is a
Yeah.
crisis. It's new. Is this crisis? Fucking memes are gonna be revived, dude.
Yeah. They never go
From
away.
old
They
people.
just switch what games they are. Before it was Can It Run Doom 3. Then it was Can It Run Crisis. Now it's Can It Run
Can it run
Cyberpunk?
Forsaken?
And then now it's
Yeah.
right, exactly. But I think
We have
that's something we should talk about
Oh.
next week, where it's games seem to be designed overly like
Has science gone too far?
fidelity, but where you have to rely on programs like FSR3 and DLSS. So maybe we should talk about that next week and get a little
upscaling, upsampling. All right, yeah.
But yeah, dude, I think that's,
little teaser,
that's it
dude.
for today's
like,
pod.
share, subscribe for more of that.
I'm Mr. Gimpy.
Chipmunk.
Like, share, subscribe, as he said, every Sunday. We out of here, boys.
My place is usually a little bit more tidier than this.
And we out.
We out.